Alright, what is going on today, guys? Today I want to talk about the 5 things that I love about my truck here. I did make a video a little while ago of 5 things I hate. Now it looked completely different than what it looks like now, so you know, some of the things that I love are, or some of the things that I hate are now corrected. You know, this is the 5 things that I love. We'll start off with the first one right off the bat. I love the look of these trucks. I think these first generation Super Duties look great. Now all the Super Duties really look good. You get into the 6.0s, they look good. The 6.4s looked great. The new trucks look pretty good too. So you know, all the Ford trucks have always looked pretty good. But I do think these trucks, they look great. They're just, I don't know, they got nice lines to them. I don't know what it is. I'm a sucker for some reason for this little dip in here where it cuts out. I don't know why. I've really always liked that on the window. I just think it gives it a cool look. I know it's for the mirrors. I know it's there for a reason, but I don't know. For some reason, I've always loved that little curve on the window. I love how the hood like bulges, like right here, how it like pops up. I don't know. I just think they're nice looking trucks. I like the grill. I like these little like cutouts here inside the grill. You know, I just think they're just a nice looking style. You know, they're just a nice looking truck. That's really just the nature of it. Now, personally, I really love the OBSs. That is like my favorite style truck. But these Super Duties, they do look really good, especially when you get them, you know, stanced out like I have mine. Got a nice little stance going on. You know, they look nice. You put bigger rims on them, you make them a little bit more modern. You know, they're pretty nice looking truck. And also with these two, if you, let's say you don't like the way that the 7.3 looks, but you love the way the 6.4 looks, or whatever, you could always add the front clip on. You can literally swap out the whole entire interior. So even though this is like the older style Super Duty, it looks older, you can really update them and make them even more modern looking. So I don't know, I personally think the 7.3 style, like what I have, they look great. I like them. I don't plan on changing the front grille out or anything. Maybe eventually I'll swap out the front grille. Probably not, but I don't know. I'm really a fan of the way these trucks look. Number 2 thing that I love about these trucks is the price. I mean, you can really get yourself a good, solid running truck for, you know, I'd say anywhere from, I don't know, 7 to like, even, let's say you go to the super high end, like 30,000. And I'm talking, if you get like a truck that's like 30,000, it's because it has like 10,000 miles on it. There are some 7.3s out there that are like crazy low mileage, and they want like 30K. So, for let's say you went on the complete super crazy high-end spectrum and you spent $30,000 on this truck, you know, these things will run and run and run forever. I mean, they really are just great running trucks. And a lot of times you can find them at a great price. You know, it's not too hard to find yourself a 7.3 with under 100,000 miles for like 10 grand. And that's, you know, it may have maybe like a little bit of rust or something, but for the most part, it's a pretty solid, good truck. You know, all you got to do is really just take care of it at that point, and you know, it should be pretty good. But the price you pay for these, you know, it's really cheap, especially compared to some other equivalents. You can get like 2nd gen Dodges pretty cheap. Same with 3rd gens. 1st gens are cheap too, but they're kind of expensive for how old they are. For whatever reason, Duramaxes seem to hold their value pretty well, except for the 1st gens. The 1st gen Duramaxes with LLY or not, whatever LBZ. I don't remember the Duramax codes, but the 1st generation Duramax, they seem to always have the least amount of value. But you get like a Cat Eye or something. I don't know. They're generally more expensive than the Fords. You know, they're about, I guess, around the same price, but I don't know. Duramaxes usually seem to be a little bit more expensive than the Fords. That's just kind of what I see. I don't know. It really all changed. Prices are, brand to brand, you can't really say, oh, well, Fords are always cheaper or whatever. Generally, I would say Dodge is usually the cheapest, and Ford and Chevy usually kind of battle back and forth between, you know, prices. That's just, at least in my area, that's just what I see. So price is definitely a big reason why someone would definitely want to buy this truck, and a reason why I love it. You know, it was able to get me into a diesel, something that I always wanted, and I don't have to, you know, sell both of my cars and start living in the street just so I can drive a diesel truck. So, and this is going to lead me into number 3. That is the reliability on these trucks. As everyone knows, the 7.3s are just super reliable motors. These trucks are very well built. The only real weak point in these trucks is honestly the transmission. It's not that horrible, but the transmission, you know, if you tow with it a lot and I don't know, you don't really upkeep on your fluids all that well with the trans, you know, expect to be putting one in or getting it built, because it's just not going to last. You really need to take care of the trans. Like, you need to be on point with maintenance schedules for these transmissions. And this is going to go also for, you know, the OBS style 7.3s. You know, they're essentially the same as like transmission. This is the 4R100, the 7.3, the OBS style is the E4OD, I believe it is. They're just a little bit less electronic. These are more electronic. So that's really the only difference. They're essentially pretty much the same as like trans. But that's really the only weak point. But when it comes to the truck itself, I mean, this truck only has 110,000 miles, so it's not a crazy amount, but like, it's just solid, you know? Like, it just, like, this does move a little bit, you know, but it's like, it's plastic. Like, the things that matter are like strong. Like, this isn't broken, the switches are there, it's just all there. Like, these vents aren't broken, the dash isn't all cracked, the seats are in somewhat decent shape. It's got a little part right here where it's, you know, the leather's gone. That's really about it. That seat over there is good. They're just well-made trucks. The motors are like really stout, really reliable. The only real downside with the 7.3 is the fact that it, you know, is they love to leak oil. I mean, this only has 110,000 miles, and, you know, there's some oil under there. It likes to leak. I mean, that's just how they are. I mean, they just leak oil. So if you can deal with the oil leak, it's really not a big deal. I mean, they're great running trucks. There's plenty of 7.3s that have 500,000 miles, and they've had no issues. You know, maybe like stupid things here and there, like a water pump or whatever, but overall maintenance stuff, it's been completely reliable, no issues. So, you know, the 7.3s have really proven themselves. They make really good power. Not as crazy as some of the new stuff, but they make really good power, and they're super reliable. And the best thing about them is they're emissions exempt. You don't have to deal with emissions. So, you know, another big plus right there in my book. You know, having no emissions is great. You can do what you want to your truck and not have any problems. The number 4 thing that I love about this truck is my interior. I know this is like going to be like nothing to you guys. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have a lot more luxurious stuff than this, a lot more modern. But for me, what I'm used to, I mean, I'm used to like a bare bones Crown Vic, and I'm used to a Jeep Cherokee that is, you know, it's got power windows. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. So I don't know, for me to get into a truck that has leather, it's got the little onboard, you know, things up there where it shows you the weather and stuff. I love it. I love how this is like the Lariat package. I just love how it's more luxurious. I don't know. To me, this is great luxury. I mean, like I said, I know to some people this is like as basic as you can get. And I mean, I understand that completely. But to me, this stupid thing's still out. But to me, I don't know. To me, it's great. I love... Look at all this friggin' pollen in here. Oh my god. I leave the window cracked. I'm getting all this pollen in here. I don't know. I love the luxury. I love having leather. I used to rag on leather all the time, but now that I have leather, I do kind of like it. I have to admit, I like the leather. The only thing I don't like is the fact that it's not heated. So that kind of sucks that I don't have heated leather. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. When I was driving it in the cold, it really wasn't that bad. So I don't know. I don't know if the truck kind of keeps itself insulated or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had the heated seats, but at the same breath, I haven't really had an issue with it being like too cold. We'll see in the summertime. I haven't really had to deal with like heat yet. You know, we'll see in the summertime if there's any issues. You know, with it being too. I'm sorry, I'm distracted here. See if it's too hot, but I don't know. As of right now, I've had no issues with the leather. And I love it quite a bit. So that is my number 4 reason that I love about this truck. Alright, and the number 5 thing that I love about this truck is going to be the simplicity. You know, these trucks are very, very simple. You know, a lot of these new trucks, they have all these emission stuff like we were just talking about. They got all this stuff on them, so many sensors and all these computers that do this and that. You know, these trucks are just so simple. They just work. I mean, I can't even tell you, I see these on the road all the time. A lot of time they're rotted out, the bed's gone, you know, the cab corners, like this whole cab corner is just gone, like it's just not even there anymore, you know, which is, I guess, good for some people because it makes your truck go faster. You know, you're losing some metal there, but they're just, I don't know. They're just super simple trucks, and they just work. They're really built to work. I mean, were really, back in the day when these came out, this was the best. I think they're still one of the best trucks, but this, out of the big 3, out of the, you know, Ford, Chevy, and Dodge, this was definitely the best truck back in 1999. You could not get anything better than this. The overall just build quality, the reliability. I mean, this was it. You know, sure, maybe the Dodge had the Cummins had a better motor. Or, you know, sure, maybe the Duramax had a better transmission, or, you know, the Duramax was faster. You know, whatever. Just the overall package you get with everything, it's just not going to be better than these trucks. They're just simple, and they're really just built to work. They're just built to last. There's so many, I don't know, I said it before, but there's so many 7.3s out there. I mean, there's guys that have 1 million miles on their trucks. I mean, I'm sure they've replaced a whole bunch of stuff over the years, obviously. After 1 million miles, I would imagine you're going to replace some things on your truck. But for the most part, you know, you can easily get 200,000, really no problem, besides your transmission if you don't take care of it. So you're guaranteed for almost 200,000 miles, really no sweat. Anything past that, you can expect some problems, depending on maintenance. So, you know, you can work on them yourself, which is great. Just adds to the simplicity. You can do a lot of stuff yourself. You don't have to pay someone to do it. You know, they're just, I don't know, that kind of also factors down to the price too. You know, they're just overall just cheaper to use. I mean, they're just cheaper trucks, but the quality isn't cheaper. You know, it's like you have great quality of something new, or even quality of stuff that's old, because some stuff has some great quality. But, you know, they're just a great quality truck for, you know, much cheaper than what's out there right now, like the newer stuff. So, I don't know. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. And for a bonus, I'll say the rims. I love the rims. That'll be a little bonus one. I know it wasn't the last video, so I didn't include it in this one. But I really do love the rims on this truck. But I don't think it's fair that I, you know, made a 5 things that I hate, and tires was one of them. And now I have 5 things that I love, and it's not the same tires. So, you know, I had to disqualify the tires, unfortunately, because they weren't on the truck when I made 5 things I hate. But, you know, as an added bonus, I will say the rims are, you know, they could be a number 6 thing that I absolutely love about this truck. So, alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.